if you have that little ice chest in your car, when you finish the day and you got those clean fish, you can just bring them right back to the car and put them on the ice. They'll stay nice and fresh all the way home. Be careful with valuables on the boat. Backpack's the best thing, but you know, if you got a wallet with 40 bucks in it, I wouldn't leave it in the backpack. Cameras and stuff like that are fine, but you know, you're dealing with a crowd of people that you don't really know, and you don't know what's going on, so it's best to be cautious rather than dare and, you know, not be happy about that at the end of the trip. Always bring, you know, a jacket in the morning or a sweatshirt, because, you know, the weather's usually chilly in the morning, but, you know, you can take it off later on. Keep that suntan oil on, a nice hat, you know, to cover yourself, because there's no other sun that's stronger than when you're on the water. That reflection can really, you know, rip through your skin pretty hard. Also, if anybody's worried about not having the proper tackle, they do sell terminal tackle on the boat, hooks, sinkers, all the stuff that you'll be using on those trips in a very limited amount, but they have it there if you need it. And at the landings, when you buy your ticket, it's around $7 I think now, maybe 10 at the most, to rent the rod if you don't have one. You know, so you can take that rod out there on the boat. At the end of the day, you just leave it on the boat, and the deckhands will bring it back up to the tackle shop. That's an easy way to go right there. But on the local trips that we're talking about, the half day, 3/4 days, the 3/4 day from, I believe it's 22nd Street, the Pursuit, leaves at 6 o'clock every day and goes to Catalina. What was the cost on that, Steve, that we saw earlier today?
55 or something like that.
55, which isn't bad for a Catalina trip. And they gave us some $5 off passes for those boats at that particular landing.
ID front desk, please. It's ID front desk.
For fishing licenses, I believe for the whole year it's right in the $40 range. For 2 days, it's not worth it, I don't think. But it runs from January 1 to December 31st, so if you're going fishing in October or November, you don't think you're going to go anymore after that, it might be a good idea just to get the 2-day license. It's cheaper and it expires on the 31st. There's 2 days a year you don't need a license at all. That's called the Free Fish Day. And what were the dates on that, Steve?
July 5th.
July 5th, right after the 4th of July. This year's on Saturday, which is
September 6th.
And what else?
September
6th. 2 good days, you know, when you can go out fishing and not have to worry about the license. Usually pretty crowded on those days. If you travel up north, you know, we got Marina del Rey, Redondo, Channel Islands, they all have boats. Down south is Newport, Dana Wharf, and then, you know, the ultimate grounds for big game sport fishing, San Diego. Once you hit San Diego, man, you're in another world. I remember my first trip overnight to Catalina was like, I was running around like a kid in a candy store. I had done a lot of half day, 3/4 day, but some friends were going on an overnight to Catalina, and I was just hoping I could get on board with them. Finally, their parents called my parents and said, yeah, he can come with us. So we were over there, and we were, what they called in those days was 3 Bs. Bonita, Barracuda, and Bass. And there was a lot of them, big ones. The big Barracuda they called logs. Big ones like this. Most all of those are caught on iron. This is iron right here, where you throw it out. With that spinner, you can get it out 50 yards easy. Bring it back like this, and the Barracuda are slamming it, Bonita are hitting it. Once in a while, the bass will come up and hit it as well. Any questions so far?